Hi you guys, welcome back to my Venus through Signs series. This is for Venus and Taurus. So if in your birth chart your Venus is sitting in the sign of Taurus, this video is for you. Also, I want to add in that if you know your exact birth time, then you would know your 7th house. And also if your 7th house is Taurus, then this is for you. But if you don't know where your Venus is at, go to any website, astrology website like astro.com, enter your birth time, location, place. It's going to generate a free birth chart for you. And look and see what sign Venus is in. If it's in Taurus, this is for you. Again, you don't have to know your exact birth time to tell you where your Venus is sitting in. You could put 12 p.m. Doesn't matter. I was saying if you know your exact birth time, then that would mean you know your rising sign and the descending sign, or your 7th house. And if your 7th house is Taurus, this could be for you too. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what energies are going on, starting with this this week here. Let's see. And to save time, I just need you guys to kind of zoom in and see what cards I pulled, so I don't have to name them all. I'm sorry, you guys. But these Venus readings are usually long and take a lot of energy. Okay, so, but I do have the 6 of Pentacles starting off with the heart of the situation. And I'm showing that someone is being generous. Someone is, either you're being generous or someone else is being generous. They're giving something to you. You were in need of something and you gave it to them, or the other way around. Because I'm seeing you being self-sufficient, being independent, financially secure. Like maybe someone gave you some money or gave you something of value, and now you feel like you're comfortable and you can take care of yourself. Or someone might have paid for something for you, either schooling or something. Paying for therapy or something that's being paid for. Also, some of you may have been seeking counseling or counsel from someone. Doesn't have to be a professional counselor, but you may have gone to someone for advice, or you yourself are an advisor, or someone that a lot of people come to for advice, or a lot of people come and make confessions to you. You may have confessed something, or someone's going to confess something to you. I feel more so that someone's going to be confessing something to you though, and making something known. This is revealing a situation, revealing a secret of some sort, making some sort of announcement. Now also I'm seeing some healing taking place. I feel that many of you have been connecting to the divine, or connecting to getting close to your spiritual side. I'm seeing like a lot of meditating, and also some of you share some sort of telepathic bond or gift with someone. You may have also found your soulmate, but they live far away or at a distance. But there is a spiritual and strong connection that you have with this person. You might be dealing with someone who is very loving and giving, and what do you call it? Selfless. Someone who's always thinking of someone else, who puts other people before themselves, or this could also be you. But there is just overall this nice flow of energy that you're having. I feel like you're being at peace and feeling like you're at one, not only maybe not with one person, but maybe with masses of people. Just kind of feeling spiritually connected. Now there is something that comes to an end. I don't know if this connection gets cut off, like you've been talking to someone either spiritually or over the internet, and then suddenly the connection gets cut off or it ends. The communication just is I don't know. I don't know why this gets cut off. I'm sorry, I was trying to tap and see what was going on here. It might be because someone couldn't pay their bill. So you're not going to hear from them, or you know, something happens, or you can no longer reach out to that person. Whatever comes to an end, eventually I feel that someone is going to feel like someone put them off to the side. I feel like someone's feelings gets hurt. And I'm feeling like you're not going to express what you're really thinking or feeling. Someone may have also shared some sort of information to you that you didn't want to hear, because I feel like at some point your energy becomes blocked and you no longer want to talk to someone or deal with someone, and I feel like you're moving on or letting go of something. You're moving on from a situation because you're feeling like something's missing, or it's not what you thought after all. And I do feel like a little bit of sadness. It's feeling like abandonment, like you're either someone abandoned you, or you're not admitting that you feel like I feel like you abandoned me. Like you're not telling someone this, or someone's not telling you this, but someone's feelings are hurt and they're not really being open with it. They're choosing to just let go instead of opening up about it. So I don't know. There's something starts off really beautiful. And usually I feel like it has to do with communication if it's something like that happens, because it started off really nice. Also, some of you could be dealing with the Sagittarius, Aquarius, Scorpio, or Taurus, Pisces, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Capricorn, Taurus, I said Taurus already, or Virgo. The following week, I don't know, there is an air sign and they are giving you some sort of advice. They're advising you about something or trying to give you some sort of clarity, and you're just kind of thinking about it. And you're like, you know, that gave me a lot to think about. And so you're kind of trying to reevaluate things that you thought were valuable, and you're going off some sort of checklist, and you're just trying to get back to, you know, your roots and the things that you find of value. Even trying to see if someone fits in with your family or your spiritual beliefs or your traditions. You're like, do we share the same values? I don't know. You know, is that a deal breaker? And also, I feel like some of you are waiting for something to happen. Like you've been waiting for a long time. It feels like forever. And you're having like these doubts or something, because I'm seeing that you're being asked to continue to have hope, because that is part of the recipe, if you want to call it, of seeing the results of the fruits of your labor. So whatever you've been envisioning, you have to keep at it, because that's the only way this is going to bring life. Like, you have to work with God, you have to work with you have to work with the universe and able to manifest the things that you want. And you're going to have patience for the things that you're waiting for. But there is something that you need to go back over, I feel. There's something that you might have missed. Something that you're not, is going under the radar. Not sure what that's about, and I'm not going to clarify it because it's going to take up too much time. With the Seven of Swords here, I'm sorry, Seven of Wands, I feel like at some point you might get defensive and feel like you need to take a stand for what you believe in, like you're drawing the line and you're saying no more, this is what I want. So I kind of feel like maybe you were missing the piece of the puzzle, or maybe you were saying, what is it that's missing? Like you couldn't put your finger on it, so you had to go back and retrace your steps. And now that you know what it is, you're standing up for it, or you're taking a stand for something. Like you're not going to be pushed around anymore. And you might feel like you're under attack from time to time. So yeah, because I just see you being very defensive. Just be mindful that you're not being paranoid, and that these aren't like, you know, this isn't your imagination running wild. Because I feel like you might have mood swings from time to time. And I feel like the moon might be affecting us all. I know I just had this in the Aries reading. But I am seeing some sort of mood swings and confusion about a situation. And also this could be some sort of dreams or nightmares that you've been having as well. And it may involve this earth sign or yourself. I feel like you might, yeah, it's more so that you're coming out of paranoia, or you may discover that you were just paranoid about something. Maybe you were overreacting about a situation because it brought out your insecurities. It's like maybe you thought about something too long and hard. I don't know, but I'm feeling like it's more about your insecurities and your fears and your doubts. Now, some of you might be trying to fight back these fears and doubts. Like, you know, when it comes up, or you know when it arises, you're like, no, I'm not letting my insecurities get the best of me this time. So you're trying to fight that off. Like, you know, that's your enemy, or that's your biggest enemy, are your doubts and insecurities. And also for some of you could be dealing with any type of mental anxieties or issues, OCD, or, you know, bipolar, you know, things of that sort. And for some of you, this could be a matter of taking your medicine. Like someone is advising you, if you want to stay healthy, you have to take this medicine. And maybe you want to go back to what's natural or organic. And before those of you start saying, I thought this was a love reading, no, the Venus through Signs series are about both love and just anything that I pick up. Love is my favorite because I am a hopeless romantic. But you know, if other messages are coming out, then I'm going to bring that up as well. So that last week, I feel like you might be cutting people out of your life. There may be some sort of silent treatment, like I'm not talking to this person anymore, and you're going to go on your own path of spirituality. I feel like you're self-discovering yourself, or doing some sort of soul searching, also discovering something about your past or your family lineage or your heritage, or something that you're discovering, and you're learning a lot about it. You're doing like a lot of research, and also you're looking into why someone passed away, or why or you're looking about stuff that has to do with the afterlife. You're trying to study and find out more information about the afterlife for some of you. Now some of you also may get involved with someone who is very wise, very mature, and also some of you may be getting involved with someone who's very dominating, or like a teacher, or what are you, a professor, psychologist, or something like that. Also, you could be getting involved with someone who is like a fireman, a policeman, or someone who is like a chef or works with food. But I feel like you're dealing with someone who's very passionate at some point, or you might come across this person. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. Although with the Ace of Cups being next to it, I'm feeling like someone might make some sort of offering to you, but I feel like they might be much older than you. unless you yourself are like in your 50s or 60s. Not saying that that's the age range of the person that you're getting involved with, but maybe through your eyes, this person is much older or much more mature than you. And this person is very dominating, and they may not stop at, pursuing you. Like, they might pursue you kind of hard. But I am seeing some sort of renewal of love, or some sort of offering of love, or offering of something that you're really passionate about, even if that is a new position job wise or a new career path that is being offered to some of you. And I feel like you might take on something that's a very heavy burden because you love them, or you love this job, or you love this project. There's something that I feel like you're willing to take on, even though you really can't afford to, but you can't afford not to. And you also feel so passionate about it, like you feel like you need to continue with something. So even if it's trying to work out a relationship, like if your relationship is struggling, I feel like there's going to be an opportunity for you to save it. And I feel like you might take on the task of that, like even though it's stressful, and like you feel like you're putting in all the work by yourself. It's something that you want to do. Also, for some of you, this could be like a spiritual path. Like you just feel like you need to be alone, and you're just, maybe you're not interested in anyone. You're focused on your spirituality, and you're hiding behind your work. You're like, I don't have time for, all this romance stuff. Like, I'm trying to develop myself spiritually before I feel like maybe moving forward with anyone. Okay, so this has been a general reading, but I hope it did resonate with some of you. Remember, for private readings, you would email me to matt76@gmail.com. That information is in the description box below, and as well as other ways to reach me. But make sure you guys are leaving your comments and liking, sharing, and subscribing. Thank you so much for tuning in to me. Many blessings to you all.